Okay, I'm going to catch you up to speed. So we are side dressing our corn, which means that we are putting nitrogen on it while it's at its V3 stage, sort of kind of ish, getting as close as possible. We have put on 202 acres. We only had a couple rounds left in the first field when a shaft broke on the pump. We ordered a new shaft. New shaft came. It was the wrong shaft. The company sent the wrong shaft. They sent a new shaft. We throw it on, it immediately breaks. So we realize it's an issue with the pump. And we've been down 2 days at this point, which is annoying because there's only a certain window of opportunity to be doing this and the ground is fit. So we order a new pump. A wonderful guy named Greg drops off that pump and we install it. Does this fix our issue? Yes, it does. Which is great because we need to hit the ground running. We have 147 acres of ground that is ready to go now. We were up and rolling by about 4:30. When I jumped in the cab, I immediately made a dumb mistake that slowed me down for a little bit. I'll talk about that later. And then my nephew came and rode with me for a few hours, so I didn't film anything. To the next day. It's 6:30 on a Saturday morning. I'm working by myself today. JD is going to run a race. Fun fact about JD, he runs a ton of really hard, not fun things. He's ran 100-mile races. He runs hilly races. He likes to run in the mountains. I don't know, crazy talk, but he's going today to go for a big run. And so I only have 40 plus 80-ish acres to get my nitrogen on. So I'm doing it myself today. I'll be a little bit slowed down just because I have to haul the tanks and, I have to wait to fill them and blah, 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 blah. But it's going to be great. It's going to be a good day. I'm not going to break anything. Yesterday I broke something and it was a stupid mistake. It's my mistake from yesterday. Okay, so I think I have that all tightened up the way I want it to. So I'll tell you what I did, the mistake I made. So yesterday we were waiting all day to get parts and stuff to get this up and running. We get it up and running. JD starts a field while I finish up a couple other things. Then I jump in. I make a round. It's fine. Second round, I forgot to click the master foot pedal on because I was busy looking at a different page on my screen, looking at the guidance, making sure I was going on the right guidance line. And I can't see that on the other page. So I go to back up. I look over my right shoulder. I pick the implement up. That was my first mistake. I should have picked it all the way up, but I was just looking over my right shoulder, back up, click it on, start going forward. Now, the right side lifts up higher than the left side does. When you're beginning to raise it up, it kind of goes like da 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 da, which was something I kind of completely forgot. So when I backed up and I was raised on the one side, I was not raised on the other side. So since those things swivel back and forth, it was like down and it got pushed because it was still in or near the ground. Some of it was touching the ground. So then when I went forward, those were at an angle and then they got flipped the other direction. So I was pulling them in the direction they're not supposed to be pulled, which means I broke 3 or 4 Y drops. And then on these two outer rows, it tweaked everything out of alignment. So we had to untighten everything, realign it, and then tighten it back up. So that's why on that one end, I was retightening it back up because it kind of just settled out a different direction. Luckily on the Y drops, it was all just these little metal tubes that I broke. And we had them in stock because those Y drops kind of tend to break. But it was just a really stupid mistake. I always get no one enjoys having broken down equipment, but It's always worse when it's by the house. So I'm gonna be able to see where it kind of drug until the corn's way higher. It was, human error. It was just like it was like, duh, of course I should have looked over both shoulders. So kicking myself for that. JD was like just about to leave when it happened. So he got slowed down, which felt bad for that because he was trying to get out at a decent time yesterday. Luckily, it was easy fixes, but at least I'll learn something from this, which is just slow even more down. Look over both freaking shoulders. Look over both shoulders. Call it that many gallons. Between what I have on here and what I have in that tank I haven't pumped on, I think I'll have enough to finish this field. We have 29.35 acres done. This is like a 71 acre field maybe. It is only like 52 degrees right now, so I'm gonna let this baby warm up. I'm just gonna go slow today, take my time, not rush, really think things through so I don't mess anything up. Map here, you can see where we're variable rating. I should have just asked JD what line he used, but I just made a new line. And you can see right here, I forgot to turn on my foot pedal. No, I forgot to turn on my pump. I had loaded right there and I forgot to turn on my pump. I had my nephew in here. I was giving him a tractor ride for the first time while we're doing this, and so I had a lot going on. So that will be our little test spot for what it looks like when you don't have your 28 on. We love a test spot. I should put some flags on it so it looks official and like I meant to do it. Our variable rated stuff. This is our prescription. So our minimum is 41 gallons. Our maximum is 61. If the GPS goes off, they'll put it on at 50. If I'm out of zone, 50. I have not had GPS. I have not had any issues with that this whole season. If there's multiple zones selected, we're just going with the highest rate, because as you're driving, you can see, like, if we get up here and different portions are getting different amounts, we're just going to go with the highest rate. Right here, that's where I had a rock get stuck, so should have backed up a little bit more because it looks like I had a little gap in my coverage. And also right there I got another rock. Oh wait, no, I take it back. This is where I was having issues with that furthest out row. Coffee. I'm finishing up this field. My dad just drove by and said that he will give me a ride because I have both the tractor and then also my tank here, which is nice because I was planning on running back to get the tank, get a little bit of exercise in. But since he's here and around, that will save me time. Spot over there by the woods, it looks pretty thin back there. Over the rocks every single round. I gotta get out, knock one of these suckers out. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what you want explained, what you want to see more of, and make sure you are subscribed so you can watch my next video. We're attempting to help the last 25% of our crop emerge so we don't have to replant it.